Hey everyone, Joseph Onesta, Type 2 Mentor here. Today's talk is how sweet it is. And if you remember many years ago in television, the Jackie Gleason, I think it was Jackie Gleason. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're talking about sweets and sweeteners today. We won't get into different sweeteners, but I want to talk to you about sugar. And I want to talk to you about our predisposition towards sweet things. One of the bad things about sugar, not to mention it's the glucose spike and the fructose that has to be processed in our liver, is I just got back from the dentist. Look, man, no cavities. So I love that. I always had cavities when I was a kid. Sugar, 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 sugar. Never mind. So just keep in mind, Joseph Onesta, Type 2 Mentor, not physician, not research scientist. I'm just helping people control and reverse their type 2 diabetes, avoid diabetes if they're pre-diabetic, and help them lose weight. And I'm a clinical hypnotist. That's what I do for a living. But I am on a mission to help as many people as I can take control of this pandemic of diabetes that we see in our country. Anyway, let's talk about sweet. Realize now that evolutionarily, when we didn't have grocery stores on every corner and we didn't ship fruit and veg and products all around the world, that a lot of food was quite seasonal, especially sweet things. We didn't nearly eat as much sugar even 50 years ago than we do today. And so this abundance of sugar has never existed in human experience before. When we were hunter-gatherers, if we stumbled upon a berry patch and they were good berries and some bear hadn't already eaten them, we gorged ourselves. And that sugar literally put some weight on our bones and made us a little bit more prepared, shall we say, for lean times. But let's face it, there are no lean times now, at least not in first world countries like the United States. There's a grocery store right down the street. And all of that ultra processed food is literally filled with chemicals that your body has to get rid of and sugar. So let's get away from that. Let's talk about it. It's natural to want sweet things, to like sweet things. But your taste buds have been dulled. They've been sugar-coated for so long that there are lots of things you can't really taste. And when you give up that sugar for a while, believe me, and it's usually a matter of weeks, it's not months. But if you don't overindulge, if you don't really indulge too much in sugar, then your taste buds will change, especially if you're avoiding that ultra-processed chemical. It's not food. It's chemically produced edibles. I'm sorry. Don't eat that. If on the ingredients list, there are things on there that you don't normally have in your kitchen or can't normally buy in the perimeter of the grocery store, that's not food. And a lot of fast food isn't. It's that stuff, only it comes frozen and they prepare it for you. All right. So liking sweet things is normal. So that sweet tooth that people say they have, really, when someone has a sweet tooth, they overindulge in sweet. And that's just maybe because they feel hungry. It's not even real hunger, but they feel hungry and they think, what can I eat? And they have a choice. And what's the choice? I'm going to go for a treat, right? Take a kid and give them a choice between broccoli and chocolate. I can guarantee you it's almost always the chocolate. Almost, not always. Almost always the chocolate. Why? Because it's sweet. And kids like sweet, and they're kids. So here's my advice to you in terms of your sweet tooth. Stop being a kid. You're not a kid anymore. We all know, like Adele says in one of her songs, we know we're not kids anymore. We know we're not kids anymore. Stop being a kid. Now, I want to make you a promise. First of all, cut the carbs, lay off the sweets, and in a matter of weeks, your tastes will change. A matter of weeks. Takes a little while, but a matter of weeks, your taste will change. Second thing is that the longer you go, the less tempting these things are. The less tempting. We don't want them more. We want them less. I can walk through the checkout aisle at the grocery store and not think twice about the candy bars that are surrounding my exit. Not twice. Not even once, really. I don't even notice them anymore. Those two things I can promise you. Well, what about artificial sweeteners, Joseph? I might do a whole little video on artificial sweeteners, but the problem with artificial sweeteners, one of the big problems is that as you put the sweet in your mouth, your taste buds won't change. And by the way, most of them are chemicals anyway. They're deadening your senses. So, sorry. If you want to learn more about our artificial sweeteners, feel free to, you want to talk about this. If you have a sweet tooth and you want to talk about this, make an appointment on my website, mindpowerpittsburgh.com. You can also find it josephonesta.com. And go ahead and make a consultation and we can talk about your sweet things. Okay? Joseph Onesta here, Type 2 mentor. Looking forward to talking to you again. And